In a coastal village where beauty reigns supreme, Amara's insatiable ambition leads her to steal the enchanting nails of mermaids, hoping to transform her modest beauty shop into a thriving empire. But when her dark secret is revealed, a horrifying pact with the mermaids forces her to sacrifice innocent lives every 3 months, plunging her into a madness haunted by the faces of the babies she stole. As guilt consumes her and the villagers grow wary, Amara's once bright future turns into a nightmare of despair. In a desperate attempt for redemption, she must confront the ghosts of her past and the price of her greed before it's too late. In a coastal village where the sun kisses the ocean waves, Amara, a strikingly beautiful young woman, dreams of wealth and success. The villagers often whisper about mermaids who dwell in the ocean depths, possessing enchanting nails that shimmer like gems. These nails are said to hold magical powers that can transform lives. Intrigued by the tales, Amara's ambition grows as she learns that beauty can lead to prosperity. Amara works tirelessly at a modest beauty shop run by her mother. Despite her talents, the shop struggles to attract customers. As she watches wealthy women stroll past her shop, flaunting their beauty, Amara's envy intensifies. She dreams of creating the finest beauty shop in the village, one that showcases her skills and attracts clients from afar. Her longing for a better life becomes an obsession. After hearing rumors of a mystical cove where mermaids gather, Amara decides to explore the coastline. Armed with a sense of adventure and determination, she wanders the beaches until she discovers a secluded cove. The air is thick with magic, and the sound of laughter dances on the breeze. As she hides behind a rock, Amara witnesses the mermaids in their natural beauty, their nails glimmering in the sunlight. Captivated by the mermaids' grace and beauty, Amara feels a deep desire to possess their nails. She observes their laughter and camaraderie, longing to join their world. Her mind races with possibilities. If she could only get her hands on those nails, her beauty shop would flourish, and she would finally gain the respect and admiration she craves. Driven by her ambition, Amara devises a plan to steal the mermaid's nails. She becomes obsessed with the idea, justifying her actions by telling herself that she deserves success. In her mind, the mermaid's nails could change her life forever, and she sees no harm in taking what she believes should rightfully be hers. Under the cover of night, Amara returns to the cove, her heart racing with excitement and fear. As the mermaids sleep, she stealthily approaches, her eyes fixed on the shimmering nails. With trembling hands, she collects a handful, feeling their magic pulsate through her fingers. Her heart races as she escapes, believing she has secured her future. Back at her shop, Amara mixes the stolen nails into her special cream, creating the mermaid elixir. To her delight, the product shines with an otherworldly glow, attracting customers like moths to a flame. The cream works wonders, and her shop becomes a hub of beauty, wealth, and envy. Amara basks in her newfound success, but beneath her joy lies a growing unease. As the mermaids realize their nails are missing, a deep sorrow envelops them. They feel a part of their magic has been stolen, and their beauty begins to fade. Nia, the wise old mermaid, gathers the others, explaining the significance of their nails and the connection to their powers. The mermaids mourn their loss, and their bond with the ocean weakens. Nia, sensing the disturbance in the ocean's magic, seeks out Amara in a dream. She warns her of the consequences of her theft and the pain it has caused the mermaids. Nia's ethereal presence fills Amara with dread, but she dismisses the warning, consumed by her vanity and success. As Amara enjoys her newfound wealth, strange occurrences begin to plague the village. Crops fail, the weather turns hostile, and a sense of foreboding blankets the community. Amara feels the weight of her actions pressing down on her, but she continues to revel in her success, blind to the cause of the misfortune. Haunted by dreams of the mermaids and their sorrowful faces, Amara's conscience begins to gnaw at her. She recalls the joy she once felt helping customers and wonders if her ambition was worth the pain she has caused. As guilt creeps in, she realizes that her success may come at a greater cost than she anticipated. In a climactic dream, Nia confronts Amara once more, delivering an ultimatum. To earn forgiveness, Amara must bring a newborn baby to the ocean every 3 months. The weight of the demand crushes Amara, and she feels her world crumbling around her. The horror of the demand shakes her to her core. Amara is torn between her desire to maintain her wealth and the moral implications of the mermaid's demand. She understands the gravity of the situation, but is terrified of losing everything she has worked for. Her internal struggle intensifies as she grapples with the choice between greed and humanity. Despite her better judgment, the pressure mounts, and Amara succumbs to the mermaid's demand. She steals a baby from a neighboring village, her heart pounding with fear and guilt. As she approaches the ocean, she feels a profound sense of loss, knowing she is committing an unforgivable act. Amara delivers the baby to the mermaids, who accept her offering with cold indifference. Their beauty is still diminished, and the weight of Amara's actions hangs heavily in the air. As she watches the baby being taken, a part of her soul feels lost forever. As the months pass, Amara is forced to continue stealing babies, her heart growing heavier with each act. The villagers grow increasingly suspicious, and rumors of a dark force begin to spread. Amara becomes a shadow of her former self, caught in a cycle of despair and greed. As the babies continue to disappear, whispers spread throughout the village. Though the villagers do not suspect Amara, a sense of unease fills the air. People become increasingly vigilant, forming closer bonds as they look out for one another. Amara, meanwhile, feels the weight of her secret. She resolves to find a way to end the mermaid's demand without betraying her community. Nia visits Amara again in a dream, revealing the devastating impact of her actions on the mermaids. The mermaids explain that each stolen baby's essence is intertwined with their magic, and if Amara continues, she risks losing her own humanity. Determined to change, Amara wakes up with a renewed sense of purpose. She understands that her path to redemption begins with confronting her greed and the mermaid's demand. In her search for answers, Amara uncovers a hidden legend about the mermaids. Once beautiful women transformed by a curse, their beauty stolen by a vengeful spirit. Tension continues to rise in the village over the missing babies. The community bands together to support one another. They organize watch parties and share stories, emphasizing the importance of unity. Amara feels grateful for their solidarity, knowing they have unknowingly shielded her from suspicion. She feels compelled to share her burden with them, convinced that together they can find a solution. Amara confides in her close friend Zara about her pact with the mermaids and the terrible price she must pay. Zara listens, her expression shifting from concern to shock as the weight of Amara's confession sinks in. Rather than offering support, panic overtakes her. Zara races to the village elders, feeling compelled to reveal what Amara has done, believing it to be in the village's best interest. Zara bursts into the elders' gathering, breathless and trembling. She reveals Amara's confession, explaining how she has been stealing babies to appease the mermaids. The elders are horrified and summon the villagers for an emergency meeting. As the news spreads, the village is plunged into chaos. Whispers of betrayal fill the air, and distrust brews among the community members. Fearing for her safety and overwhelmed by guilt, Amara retreats to her shop. When the villagers arrive, their faces twisted in anger and betrayal, she is lost in her own mind. The weight of her actions consumes her, and she begins to spiral into madness. They confront her, demanding answers, but she is unresponsive, trapped in a fog of despair. As the villagers shout accusations, Amara's mental state deteriorates. She lashes out, her mind clouded with fear and guilt. Her once thriving shop, filled with beautiful elixirs, becomes a haunting reflection of her inner turmoil. The villagers see her not as the talented woman they admired, but as a figure consumed by darkness, a cautionary tale of what greed can bring. Realizing that Amara is lost to her madness, Zara and a few villagers feel compelled to act. They seek the wisdom of the elders, hoping to find a way to help her. The elders express concern, explaining that Amara has succumbed to the darkness of her guilt. They believe she needs more than just a healing spell. She must confront the consequences of her actions. As days pass, Amara wanders through her shop, her mind clouded by visions of the babies she stole. Their faces, innocent and pleading, haunt her every moment. She hears their cries echoing in her ears, reminding her of the lives she disrupted. The once thriving shop now feels like a prison, filled with memories of her greed and the weight of her guilt. The villagers, unsure of how to help, start to keep their distance, fearing her madness. They gather in the town square to discuss what to do about Amara, but Zara argues that she needs compassion, not isolation. Despite their fears, the villagers decide to keep a watchful eye on her. hoping to intervene if she shows signs of clarity. One night, as the moon casts a silver glow over the village, Zara gathers the villagers to confront Amara one last time. They approach her shop, filled with a mix of hope and trepidation. Inside, Amara sits in a corner, surrounded by the whispers of the past. The villagers softly call her name, urging her to return to them. As she turns to face them, the faces of the stolen babies crowd her vision, and she screams in despair. The villagers try to reassure her, but Amara is too far gone, trapped in her own mind. Overwhelmed by the haunting visions, she collapses to the floor, consumed by her anguish. In the wake of Amara's decline, the villagers come together to honor the memories of the stolen babies. They create a beautiful garden by the ocean, planting flowers that symbolize innocence and new beginnings. Each flower serves as a reminder of the lives impacted by Amara's greed, transforming the pain into a legacy of compassion. Though Amara remains lost in her madness, the villagers continue to care for her, ensuring she is not alone in her suffering. They tell stories of her talent and beauty, hoping that one day she might find peace within herself. As the ocean waves lap against the shore, the villagers vow to protect the beauty of their land and the lives within it, ensuring that no one will suffer as Amara did. They teach future generations the importance of empathy, community, and the respect for all lives, hoping to prevent the cycle of greed and sorrow from repeating.